Now on Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com. Following a head-on collision in 2022, one man now faces murder charges. We have the details. The cold nights are here. What you need to know about warming centers in the area, that's just ahead. Plus, a new trend with online dating apps, the danger. We have that story.
And a vast majority of us are in the 20s below freezing this morning, and we got lots more chilly days and nights to come our way for the rest of this week. And what else is coming? We got some good rain coming later this week and snow in North Texas. All of that weather coming up.
And the St. Joseph Flyers get a big-time win last night versus the Calhoun Sand Crowds. We'll give you the full highlights coming up in sport.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and thank you for joining us.
That's right. Good morning, Crossroads. Happy Tuesday. Time's about 6:30, about 6:31 on your terrific Tuesday. Have you been enjoying this cooler weather, Carolina?
I have. I'm in full soup production mode.
That's right.
And all of my outdoor plants are indoor plants this week. I actually gave them a little shower.
There you go.
In the bathtub.
Keep them nice and safe in the warmth. And I hope you all have been doing the same. I hope you all have been mindful of the 4 Ps. That's your people, your pets, your pipes, and your plants. Specifically that order, because we want to keep everything safe. But I hope you all been keeping all of that safe for the last few days, because we've been below freezing yesterday morning. And guess what? Looking live in Victoria, pretty sunrise right there before I say anything. Guess what? We're below freezing again. It's 29 right now in Victoria. That is quite chilly. We broke into the 20s. And it feels like that wind chill right there at the top of the screen, that's 24. Feels like 24 degrees out there thanks to the wind sustained at about 5 miles an hour. Wind gusts all morning have been reported at between 10 to 15 miles an hour. So every once in a while there'll be a slight breeze that comes through, making it extra chilly. But if you thought we were the only one that's cold this morning, look up in North Texas. They're at 19 degrees along the Red River in Wichita Falls, 21 degrees in the Panhandle and Amarillo. But all of us in the Crossroads, like I said, most of us are below freezing this morning. We're talking about 28 in Fortran, 29 at Cuero, same thing in Victoria, 29 Hallettsville and Gonzales. Bundle up out there this morning. It's going to be a bit chilly out there. And with that, like I said, that slight breeze, all of us are feeling like the low mid 20s, 23 Ganado and Blessing. But today, it's going to be another nice and sunny day, kind of like it was yesterday. We also have freeze warnings for these counties. Kind of surprised they're not in all the rest of our counties because we're all below freezing. But like I said, it's going to be another sunny day like yesterday. You can see how clear it is down here in South Texas. But coming our way over the next 24, 48 hours is going to be this system that is digging real far south of the Rockies, and it's going to be bringing North Texas some snow and some good rain for Thursday. We'll look at all that later on Sunrise, because if you're sending your kiddos out the door, please make sure to bundle up. Going to be at chilly 20s in the morning and only in the 50s for the afternoon. We'll look at the details of your day and more coming up next.
Breaking overnight, the Israeli military launched a wave of raids across the occupied West Bank and this morning, and killing at least 3 Palestinians it said were militants a day after a deadly shooting attack. The army said it killed 2 militants in an airstrike after they fired at troops in the area of Tamun in the northern West Bank. It said another militant was killed in close quarters combat in the nearby village of Taluza, and an Israeli soldier was severely wounded. The military said it arrested more than 20 suspected militants. At least 95 people are dead following a powerful earthquake in China today. The magnitude 6.8 earthquake hit near one of Tibet's holiest cities, killing at least 95 people and injuring hundreds of others. The quake shook buildings in neighboring Nepal, Bhutan, and India. Nepal and northern India are frequently hit by earthquakes caused by the collision of the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates. A Shiner man is facing murder charges related to a head-on collision in 2022 near Yoakum. Connor Jacob Ratliff is the only survivor, and he is indicted on murder charges for the 2 deaths related to the incident. The crash killed 19-year-old Colson Jacobs and an 18-year-old Lauren Miller. The wreck happened on State Highway 111 West near County Road 466. The crash report details the potential causes for the wreck along with a diagram displaying how it may have occurred. County Prosecutor James Reeves says the district attorney's office found enough evidence to determine a prior motive before the crash, leading to their belief the wreck was not an accident. In December, a grand jury indicted Ratliff, leading to his arrest at the Lavaca County Jail. Warming shelters are open for anyone needing a warm place to stay for the night. Our Lady of Sorrows Catholic Church, First United Methodist Church, and the Salvation Army of Victoria have opened their doors. They'll have sleeping cots ready along with sack lunches, snacks, water, and pillows and blankets to give out. They started to set up the cots on Friday evening and had everything ready to go Sunday. The Salvation Army warming shelter is open to men only, and the First United Methodist Church and Our Lady of Sorrows Catholic Church are open to anyone.
We ask that if you know of anybody needing a nice meal, a good meal, a breakfast, to send them our way, to send them to Our Lady of Sorrows. Our home is open. We're ready to receive anybody that needs shelter or needs food.
The shelters are open from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. throughout this week. Transportation to and from the shelters is available at Christ Kitchen. On Sunday night, when the shelters opened, a total of 28 people took shelter, with more stopping by for a hot meal, blankets, and other cold weather items. With the coldest air of the season in the Crossroads, where people are expected to get out of the chill, especially the homeless. Kim Pickens with the Humility Project says volunteers are still needed to help in a variety of ways with the warming centers. Some people wanting to head to the shelter may have some questions before they go.
You stay outside and you have a pet and you want to, and that pet is your companion. We do have kennels that are available for people to kennel their pets and keep them with them. We allow, you to bring your backpack in, if you have personal items, you can bring those in.
It says there will be security at each center, showers and meals will be available. We turn now to a warning about a dangerous scheme on dating apps, all stemming from a trend on social media.
This morning, concerns about a disturbing trend as more people turn to dating apps to find love in the new year. Police say teenagers, inspired by a scheme on TikTok, are luring victims through dating apps to then frame them as sexual predators, all to mimic the TV show To Catch a Predator.
Then why did you come here?
The latest case in Massachusetts, where 5 students at Assumption University face kidnapping charges. Authorities say one of the teens used Tinder to lure a 22-year-old man to campus, then led him to a lounge where nearly 30 students ambushed him, accusing him of being a sexual predator. The group allegedly tried to stop him from leaving, chasing him to his car and assaulting him with a car door.
I've seen on social media all kinds of stuff like that, but I would never imagine that something happening right here at my school.
Police say there's no evidence the man was looking for underage girls. In a similar case, 11 teenagers near Chicago allegedly used a gay dating app to lure men to different locations before allegedly beating them and damaging their cars. One victim needed treatment at the hospital. Police say the teens got the idea from the same To Catch a Predator trend on TikTok.
This is a worldwide phenomenon, using these dating apps to lie in wait for people and unfortunately attack them.
As for the victim in Massachusetts, his family says he's serving in the Army and was deployed overseas days after escaping that ambush. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
This to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code right there on your screen to take part. Today we want to know, have you or someone you know tried online dating? Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part. Let's take a look. 54% of you say yes and 46% of you say no. Thank you for taking part in our viewer poll. The City of Victoria meets at 5 p.m. today. Here are some items from their agenda. They'll discuss the authorization of a grant application to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department to improve the trail at Ted B. Reed Park. Plus, the Communications and Public Affairs Department and the Victoria Public Library will deliver their annual reports. The council meets at 107 West 1 Lynch Street in council chambers. The Victoria County Jail's 40-year-old intercom system is finally getting a much-needed upgrade. The outdated system has been failing, making it harder for inmates to communicate with control officers and for the jail to stay in compliance with standards. On Monday, commissioners approved $364,000 to completely overhaul the system, which includes upgrades to the electronic doors and intercoms. About $150,000 of the funding will come from the jail commissary. Officials say this upgrade is essential to meet compliance and improve overall safety. Remember, follow us on our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:39 on our Tuesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. We take a look at damage caused by a fire Monday afternoon.
Biden travels to New Orleans to pay respects to the victims of the New Year's Day attack. I'm Nicole D'Antonio in Washington with new details about the suspects' actions just before the tragedy.
And also coming up next after the break in the full forecast today, going to be another bit of a chilly day all across beautiful Texas. I'll tell you how nice and cool I think it's going to be near you. But coming up later on Sunrise, we got to talk about when all of this rain is coming our way. Well, good morning, Crossroads. You're looking live and chilly and clear Cuero. So clear you can still see a couple stars, one right there, another still over there. But if you're going to go stargazing this morning, or if you're sending the kiddos out the door or off to any early errands, it's still a little bit cold out there. We're sitting at 28 degrees right now in Cuero, so I would still recommend that jacket. Dew point is in the teens right now, making it a little bit dry out there this morning. Something that we're definitely not as usually used to here on the coast, being right next to that water. But today, going to be kind of like yesterday, another real sunny day and a little bit cool. Looking for highs again in the upper 40s and low 50s. That's going to stay like that all the way up until about the late afternoon or / early evening. That's right around when we're going to start picking up a few passing clouds, and the passing clouds will start increasing all the way to mostly cloudy and cloudy skies. That will stay like in the overnight hours tonight all the way through Friday nights until we start finally decreasing clouds again. But all the clouds that will be increasing with us tonight, all that's coming off of the Pacific jet stream that's going to kind of pick up a little bit over our heads. That also coupled with a low trying to develop way down here just off the coast of Brownsville. All that will send all the clouds into our area and maybe a 10% chance to see a little bit of drizzle for tomorrow. Not really thinking anything too much in the terms of rain. But today, like I said, temperatures warming to the upper 40s for highs and low 50s. I'm thinking 52 here in Victoria for today. Before our lows tonight dropping back into the mid and upper 30s. Northern counties might drop to freezing or below for a few hours, and that's exactly why we have an alert day for tonight for our northern counties. But for the rest of this week, we're going to stay cool with rain coming on Thursday, and we're going to look at that coming up next.
All right, Cross. So last night we had the St. Joseph Flyers playing at home versus the Calhoun Sand Crabs, and the Flyers, they wanted to get a convincing win, and that they did. They won this game there 62-47 there last night. And again, one of the senior leaders in this game, Bennett Ferguson, had 18 points, and Charlie Stefka added there, having 12 points. And head coach Andre Thomas just liked how his team had a lot of energy in this game and wants to see that keep going forward.
Just some energy. We've been off for the holidays and we were kind of flat, and somehow we found a little energy tonight and tried to finish a good game that we played tonight. I thought we played pretty well. At times it looked like we wasn't, but we still found some energy to get back into the game and put it right.
And Thomas and the Flyers, again, just like I said, want to keep bringing that energy there week after week, because their next game's going to be there tomorrow night there versus St. Augustine on the road. So we'll see if they can get back on track. They're right now on a good pace right now. They're 6-2 overall again, and they haven't started really district play. So we'll see if the Flyers can keep it going there, heading into district play there coming up. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
Thank you, Max. All right, we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. Now to the latest in the deadly New Orleans attack. The president and first lady visiting the city and meeting with families of the 14 people killed.
This morning, the investigation into the deadly New Year's Day attack in New Orleans. ABC News now obtaining never-before-seen images of the homemade explosive devices that authorities say were brought to Bourbon Street the night of the attack. Surveillance video shows Shamsu Dim Shabar planting a pair of coolers along Bourbon Street early that morning. At 3:15 a.m., investigators say Jabbar drove that rental truck up Bourbon Street into a crowd, but the IEDs never detonated.
There was a transmitter that was recovered inside of Jabbar's vehicle and would have worked, but for New Orleans PD putting him down before he could get access to that transmitter and set off the devices.
It comes as President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden traveled to New Orleans to pay their respects to the families of the 14 victims who died in the attack, kicking off 14 days of mourning, one day for each person who died. The president, who's no stranger to grief, empathizing with the families.
My wife Jill and I are here to stand with you, to grieve with you, to pray with you, to let you know you are not alone. The rest of the nation is looking at you as well.
The mayor of New Orleans now saying President Biden has approved their request to raise the security designation for Mardi Gras to the highest level. The city will now receive more resources from the Department of Homeland Security as they prepare for the start of the Mardi Gras season and also the Super Bowl next month. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Renters are sifting through the contents of storage units after a fire broke out at a storage facility in Sweet Home on Monday. The fire destroyed multiple storage units. The land the storage unit facility is on is also an RV park, and the owner initially feared that one of the campers had gone up in flames. Now he is tasked with the aftermath of speaking to each tenant as he hopes for a swift recovery.
Part about fires in general is you lose memories and whatever is inside the building, and for their sake I hope there wasn't anything of irreplaceable value.
No injuries were reported. Renters lost items that money can't buy. The time is now 6:47 on our Tuesday morning. Still to come on Sunrise, we learn about new rules working to make food safer for the youngest members of the household. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Isabella. Wishing our beautiful, brave warrior Isabella a very happy 12th birthday. Hope you have a great day and may you be blessed with many more. Love you from Mom, Dad, and Noah. Looks like some Christmas PJs.
Oh yeah,
there.
That looks like a great picture. Happy birthday, Isabella. And also happy birthday to JJ. Happy 12th birthday, JJ. We all hope you have a wonderful day. Lots of love from Mom and Dad.
Happy birthday to Tim. We would like to wish Tim a happy birthday. We are so proud of the man you've become. We couldn't be more proud, and may you have the best birthday ever. Love you from Mom, TJ, Bernardo, and all your family.
Ooh, happy birthday, Mr. Tim. And Oscar winner Nicolas Cage. Y'all have all heard of him. He's turning 61 today. The big National Treasure star. Love that movie. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, just go to crossroadstoday.com, click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
All right, the time is now 6:48 on our Tuesday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today.
That's right, happy birthday. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. You probably heard me talking about some snow that is heading towards North Texas and some solid rain totals coming our way down here in South Texas. Well, we're going to talk about where all that's coming from. Going to look at the big picture here to kind of see what we're working with. Starting out with satellite over the continental United States. I'm going to back up so you can see the whole big picture. Looking over the northeastern coast, you can see just north of, north of New York, you can see the remnants of Winter Storm Blair. And then over the western coast, digging real far south in the Rockies, is this big old upper level low pressure system right here. This system is going to be responsible for strengthening the Pacific jet stream over the next couple of days. You can actually see that right here. Pacific jet stream is kind of picking up over our heads. That coupled with this system moving a little bit eastward and turning into a weak tropical low pressure system, both of those combined will be moistening our upper atmosphere over the next 24 to 48 hours. And with a cold air mass that's going to be residing over North Texas, thanks to that low moving a little bit further south, dragging it a little bit further south, we may have some snow up in North Texas. We're talking between like 4, 5, 6, all the way up to maybe 9 inches of snow up in the Dallas area. Very incredible, if you ask me, because that's my stomping ground, and I'm super jealous because I will not be up there to see the snow. But don't worry, because we're going to see lots of rain here on the Crossroads. You can see that here on your feature tracker here. Here's 9 a.m. on Thursday. You can see the snow starting up in North Texas, although it could start a little bit earlier than this, so don't buy everything as fact here on this computer. But here's noontime on Thursday. You can see the rain starting to pick up down in South Texas, and look at that. We've just got a blob of rain for pretty much all day Thursday. We're looking at some pretty decent rainfall totals too. All of that is going to be coming off, like I said, that low that's going to really try to develop really weak, not going to turn into like a tropical storm or hurricane or anything, but it will line up with the jet stream. And we've got a big conveyor belt of moisture going over Texas, sending all sorts of rain. And here are your rainfall totals for here in South Texas. Look for a solid inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches. But we're going to look at all of that more later on Sunrise.
For the first time, the Food and Drug Administration has established lead limits for processed baby foods. Under the new guidelines, baby food manufacturers should have no more than 10 parts per billion of lead in baby yogurts, custards, puddings, and processed fruits and vegetables. Root vegetables, which typically contain the highest levels of lead from the soil, should have no more than 20 parts per billion of lead. The FDA says the guidance does not cover infant formula beverages or snack foods like teething biscuits. Costco is recalling cold and flu medicine because it may have been contaminated. A recall has been issued for Kirkland Signature Severe Cold, Flu Plus Congestion medicine that was purchased between October 30th and November 30th of last year. A recall was issued out of an abundance of caution due to potential foreign material contamination. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. A bid to delay Trump's sentencing continues to be denied by a New York judge. The New York judge presiding over President-elect Donald Trump's hush money case has denied his request to delay a sentencing hearing scheduled for Friday, just 10 days before his inauguration. Trump's attorneys argue the court should vacate the sentencing hearing and suspend all further deadlines in the case until Trump's immunity appeals are resolved. The housing market in the Northeast and Midwest will likely stay competitive this year. That's according to a new report from Zillow. Home prices are expected to grow an additional 3% after jumping nearly 6% last year. Meanwhile, home prices are predicted to fall in several other cities, including New Orleans, San Francisco, San Jose, and Austin. Lawyers for Donald Trump have reviewed a draft of special counsel Jack Smith's final report related to federal investigations into the president-elect, and they're threatening legal action if Smith releases it. That information was in a letter written by the lawyers and included in court filings from Trump's former co-defendants. Attorney General Merrick Garland says he plans to provide lawmakers with a redacted report. Some city departments in Cuero may see interruptions to the after-hours answering system in the next week. The numbers to contact for the water and electric departments are displayed on your screen now. The city is updating its phone system on Thursday after 6:30 p.m. and Friday starting at noon. Victoria County is hosting a presentation on how to prepare for a winter storm. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. Thursday, January 16th. Public Health Emergency Coordinator Ralph Montez will lead the class on how winter storms impact public health and how you can stay safe. Just show up at the Dr. Petty Dotson Public Health Center. Southern Methodist University's bid to split from the United Methodist Church over LGBTQ+ rights heads to the Supreme Court. You can read this story by the Texas Tribune on our website, crossroadstoday.com. And we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And now let's get a final look at our forecast with Parker and a beautiful sunrise over Port Lavaca.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna step out of the way for this one, y'all. Look how pretty this one is. All sorts of colors out there, not really too many clouds, and the one cloud that is out there is in the perfect spot right in front of the sun. Got all kinds of contrasted colors out there this morning. If you're gonna go see that sunrise this morning, or if you're headed out the door early, grab that jacket. It's cold out there. I've been saying it all morning. Most of us are at freezing or below. 32 freezing right on the money in Port Lavaca on the coast of the Gulf of Mexico. That is incredible. Dew points in the 20s, making it a little bit, just a tad bit humid down on the Gulf, humidity to 80%. But for today, it's going to be another cool day all across beautiful Texas. North Texas looking for highs in the 30s and low 40s. Southern half of Texas, we're looking for highs in the mid upper 40s and the low and mid 50s. But looking closer to home, I'm thinking a high of about 52 today in Port Lavaca, under the beaming sunny skies all day until the evening time. We're going to pick up some clouds. Same thing for Victoria, getting up to about 52. And if you like that, we're going to stay chilly like that for the rest of this week, with highs actually dropping a little bit to the 40s with cloud cover and rain coming our way on Thursday.
All right, well, thank you, Parker, and thank y'all for being with us. Join Shauna, Dawn, Maclovio, and Max today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10. Stay warm out there.